What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and a brand new video. Hope you guys had a good week. Awesome to have you back, and a huge welcome to all the new subscribers that joined us this past week. Awesome to have you on the channel, and it's great to grow this community with all you guys. So today we'll be discussing how to ride in a group. We'll go over some of the basics, I'll share some tips and advice, and hopefully we'll get you ready and prepared for when you head out on those rides. Now I don't care if you're a lone wolf or the life of the party, I can guarantee that at some point you will find yourself riding amongst multiple bikes. So let's see if we can get you ready and prepared for when that happens. More about that when we hit the open road. Let me just greet these boys. Yep, she's gonna be a cold one. Hey brother, what's up?
Hey, how you going, alright?
All good, yeah?
Good to meet you.
Take care. Hey, what's up brother?
Hello.
All good? Hey mate.
How you doing? Tom,
Renia, nice to meet you bro.
I epoxied it in. What is it? So it's a steel bar. Yeah. So I cut it a bit longer than this, and then I sort of bent the handlebars as much as I could and jammed it in there. Yeah. And so the force of the handlebars is keeping it in, and then I epoxied it around. So I hit it with some
put a camera on there.
Yeah. How does she handle? Alright?
lovely tone. Yeah. And it's see the riser I put on the back. Holy shit. Sit on.
So today's ride is approximately 400 k's. We're gonna leave Taupo heading south towards Waiouru, past Waiouru until we reach Napier. Now I reckon we'll probably stop in Napier, grab something to eat before taking State Highway 5 all the way back to Taupo. I'm really looking forward to this ride. We're gonna cover some of the most beautiful terrain in New Zealand, and this ride has been on my bucket list for some time now. Stoked to have you guys with me on this ride, so comment down below, what type of rider are you? Are you a lone wolf, or do you enjoy riding in big packs? Now if you're a newer rider, or simply new to the concept of riding in groups, I can't stress enough how important it is to check that ego at the door. Now that basically means do not chase other riders, ride your own ride. It's so easy to get carried away when you're amongst other riders. You don't have to chase anyone, you don't have to beat anyone. Ride your own ride, or as a mate of mine usually says, play in your own sandpit. If you're riding to more than 70% of your capabilities, you're in the danger zone, you're gonna make mistakes, and if you wanted to race anyone, you could have done a track day. So enjoy yourself, that's why we're out here. Ride your own ride, go home to your loved ones, and live to ride another day. Now I wanted to show you guys this piece of road. Now this is my absolute favorite piece of road to travel on. I get to travel this to and from work every day, and when you talk about the most beautiful commutes in the world, this has to be right up there. So comment down below, tell me about your commute, what it looks like, and if you'd ever be unhappy going to work when you have to drive this piece of road. Just about to enter the beautiful town of Turangi, and if you're into fly fishing and hunting those trout, this is where you want to be. We're just about ready to leave Turangi, and the ride down from Taupo this morning was a bit chilly, and as we head further south, it's only gonna get colder. Now I made the mistake of only bringing my summer gloves, which brings me to point number 2. Always come prepared. If you reckon it's gonna be colder, pack your winter gear. If there's a chance of rain, pack your wet weather gear. Always come prepared. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. We've been traveling south for a while now, and my hands are frozen. I can't even feel them anymore. So yeah, I should practice what I preach. I should have been prepared. I should have packed my cold weather gear. Ah, dude, he had a bad day. Yeah, you gotta be careful, guys. If you're on a road you're not familiar with, take it slower. Remember, slow is smooth. smooth is fast. Now, point number 3. Now, this point isn't specific to riding in groups, but it's a bloody handy tip, and it's helped me improve my riding and be a safer rider. So, I'm not going to go into too much detail about riding the perfect lines and cornering. I might do a video on that at a later stage, but the basics are, guys, when you enter a corner, enter wide, stay wide until you can see your exit, then cut in. Point number 4, and this is very important, know where you are going. So before you even set out on your epic journey, familiarize yourself with the road, know exactly where you're going, know exactly which turnoffs to take, know where you're going to stop for brakes, stop for fuel, and remember, there's always faster and slower riders, so it's very easy to get separated from the group. So when that happens, you'll know exactly where you're headed, where you can potentially meet up with the group, or if you get turned around, you'll know exactly how to get home. Point number 5, where to position yourself within the group. Now I know there's a lot of conflicting opinions on this. Some people reckon a newer rider should be towards the front of the pack, behind an experienced rider, but personally I prefer a newer rider to be towards the back of the pack. On most rides you will have the leader of the pack or the road captain is riding in front of the group, and you'll also have a sweeper or a tail rider. That's another experienced rider who's riding at the back of the pack. Now this person's job is to look after the whole group in case someone pulls over, has a breakdown, and to make sure that no one gets lost. You can also be a buffer between the newer riders at the back of the pack and any traffic coming too close to the newer riders, so you can create that distance. So if you're a newer rider, I would strongly suggest position yourself towards the back of the pack. This will prevent you from having faster riders up your tail, and I can tell you from experience, when you're new to group riding, you're nervous, you don't know what you're doing, there's nothing worse than having a fast rider up your tail pushing you along, creating more anxiety. We've made it to Waiouru. We've stopped for a quick coffee and to grab something to eat before we head east towards Napier. I came across this little beauty, let's check her out. Yeah, this old gal's a beaut. Okay, we're just about ready to head out of Waiouru. Bikes are fueled up, we've had something to eat, and we'll soon turn left and start heading east towards Napier. This is the Waiouru Army Museum on the left. Pretty cool place to visit. If you're ever in this area, come check it out. On to point number 6. Which formation do I ride in? Now, before you even start to ride, your road captain will usually have a ride briefing, and he'll explain exactly what formation to use under which circumstances. So at the moment we're riding in staggered formation. We usually ride staggered formation when in town, traveling at low speeds or on straight open roads. When we head into the twisties, we'll switch over to single file. As you can tell, I'm riding on the left hand side of the lane, my wife is over on the right hand side of the lane. If there's any obstruction in the road, that gives her time to swerve to the left, and it gives me time to swerve to the right without bumping into each other. Now as the group picks up the pace and rides faster, or when you head into the twisties, switch over to single file. Now as a rule of thumb, allow 2 to 3 seconds between you and the bike in front of you. Just in case something happens, it gives you more time to react. Point number 7, and it's the last point we'll discuss today, is situational awareness. Always be aware of what's going on around you. Be aware of what you're doing, and also be aware what the rider in front, behind or next to you is doing. Keep scanning your mirrors, keep your head on a swivel. Look at everything, see nothing. What that means is be aware of everything that's happening around you, but do not fixate on anything. If I were to fixate on the side of this narrow bridge, 9 out of 10 times that's where my bike will go, and I will hit the side of this bridge. Now, this is not the extensive list, guys, and there's probably hundreds if not thousands more tips for new riders to ride in a group. So if you guys have any more tips to add, any advice to add, I'm always keen to learn, and I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there that wants to learn as well. So comment down below, hit me with your tips, hit me with your advice. And I want to make it clear that the opinions and tips I offered in this video is my opinion and my opinion alone. It should not be taken as gospel. It's simply based on things that I learned over the years riding in groups. Well guys, we still have a lot of kilometers to cover, and I think we should leave it till next week to finish off this ride. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you guys learned something, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button now. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys back here next week so we can finish off this ride together. Today's post notification shout out goes to Michelle de Jager. Thanks for joining the channel, and I hope you enjoy the content. As always, be safe out there, God bless, and I'll see you on the other side.